What's up, YouTube video? We're at the grocery store. It's not a Friday. We went on a Thursday because the coronavirus is gonna make the grocery stores crazy tomorrow. And you know what?
It's crazy today.
We're already at the very end of the store because that's how long the line goes from the very beginning of the store. Hey guys, for my last update, we're still in line. That's my grandpa back there. I was too shy to talk in front of people, but it's so crazy. We've been in line for 1 hour so far, and we're like maybe halfway through the line. I'm not sure how it's gonna work when we get closer to the registers. So we've got definitely at least another hour left. And I have ice cream in my cart, and my grandparents have sherbet. It's gonna be so melted. Hey guys, we're finally getting there. It's been 2 hours now. We're a couple people are in front of us, and then we're gonna be at the register finally. I still didn't eat dinner. It's a Thursday. I'm gonna go home, have dinner, and go to bed. Well, I'll probably play video games because I deserve it after this night. It's crazy. Okay, so that's about the only footage that I actually have from the grocery store. There's not much of it. I wasn't planning on turning this into a video at all. I was pretty much just documenting it so I could show my coworkers and my family what I was dealing with because I couldn't believe it personally. It felt like it was a really bad snowstorm that we're preparing for, or I don't know, like the 50 Super Bowls at once. It was so crazy. I couldn't believe it. So I normally go grocery shopping every Friday with my grandparents after work. But I was talking with my coworker yesterday at work on Thursday. I don't know what day I'm posting this, so either Friday or Saturday, but I was talking with my coworker on Thursday, and she mentioned that her boyfriend was picking some things up and how crazy the stores were. And that got me thinking, like, it's only gonna be getting worse. This isn't gonna be getting better anytime immediately soon. So I thought, the weekend's already really bad at the grocery store, or Friday. I don't know if you consider Friday night the weekend, but they're already really bad. So I can only imagine how much worse it would be with this panic going around. And I decided to call my grandma up at about 4 p.m. and I was like, are you guys doing anything? Would you rather go to the grocery store today? And here's why. And I told them what I just told you. They said yes, so we went. We got there and the parking lot was almost completely full. It was hard to find a parking spot. So that was like already right off the bat, that was a sign like this is how our grocery trip was gonna be. There was almost no carts when we walked into the store. And then like almost immediately after you hit the carts, you turn to go into the rest of the store and you're just immediately greeted with that long line of people. And this was only at like the self-checkout type area or like the express lanes. And so there was already that huge long line just for that area. And that was really telling of what we're gonna be having to deal with. They all looked so unhappy and I don't blame them. So this grocery store that I went to, at least at the time that I went, which was after work, there was still a lot of items on the shelves. I was surprised because I was hearing multiple different things from different sources. I didn't know what to walk in and expect. There was a lot of toilet paper left. I don't know, I didn't stock up. I needed toilet paper at my house anyway, so I got some toilet paper. But the thing that they were completely out of that I noticed, there could have been more things, but I just hit the things that I needed. The thing that they were completely out of was Lysol or Clorox wipes that came in the big tubs. They had a couple of like the small plastic packets of it that didn't have like very many wipes in them at all. But they were completely out of the tubs of them, which I wanted to get a tub of. I still have maybe like half of a tub left of my wipes, but I didn't think it was worth it to just get the small pack of them, so I didn't. And I don't know if I'm gonna end up regretting that because who knows when they'll be back in stock with all this madness. So I didn't get that. Other than that, I found everything that I needed, so that was good. I did put some ice cream in my cart when I was shopping, and I ended up regretting that because I was so sure it was gonna melt. When we were shopping, we would like go through the aisles and you would just see like long lines of people waiting in line for one of the checkouts. And that was just happening all throughout the store. Like lines were wrapping around. So it was hard to just go through the aisles because there were just carts and people that you had to maneuver through. It was so insane. It was so busy. Like I was gonna have so much anxiety. I was like, I already don't like to be at the grocery store when there's a lot of people. So when there's this going around, it got to me. I'll say that much. So we ended up, I wanted to like shop with my grandparents because I knew the line was gonna be so bad. I wasn't gonna wanna like wait in it alone. So we tried to pretty much follow each other through the store, even though we normally take different routes on how we tackle Woodman's. But we followed each other so we can get a place in line together and keep each other company. And when we finished grabbing all the items we needed, we tried to find the end of the line so we can get in. And let me tell you, I am being 100% honest when I say it was at the very end of the store. The checkouts were on one end of the store and the line was on the very other end of the store. It was insane. We got in line at, I believe, 5:35. I will never forget that time. I don't believe it was. I know it was. We got in line at 5:35 and we just waited. We waited for 2 hours. We spent 2 hours in line. Oh my God, I did not expect that at all. I didn't know what to expect, but it wasn't that. Initially I got in line and I was like really good, high spirits, really like pumped about this. I'm like, we're gonna make the best of this. It's gonna suck, but let's like be on our best behavior, guys. And I was like chatting with people all like behind me, my grandparents, just trying to like make conversation. I was texting my coworker because I told her I was going shopping today and she mentioned she might go shopping. They ended up going to one of the more local grocery stores, or at least one of the smaller ones, and the toilet paper was completely off the shelf. That's the only thing I knew. It was a little bit less busy, but they didn't have as many items in stock. So yeah, I just tried to talk to people online and I played games with my grandma, like, what would you do if, insert scenario here. I was like, what would you do if one of the employees at the grocery store just came through the line and we're like, all right guys, we're actually not going to be checking anyone else out. We're closed and you have to go home. I was like, I would literally take my cart and leave this place. And then I also would play like, can you guess what I'm looking at? And then I would describe it to her. So that's what we did when we were in line waiting. But eventually I'd say like an hour, maybe an hour and a half in, I got so antsy. I was so sick and tired of just standing there the whole time and I was getting in a bad mood. But eventually we made our way through the checkout. The cashier was wearing gloves, which was very smart of him, and we survived. We did it. You saw the footage. There's not really much else to talk about, I guess. The bagger wasn't wearing gloves though. Sorry, my hand came up there. The bagger wasn't wearing gloves. I wish he was for his sake. So basically from the grocery store, I got things I would have typically gotten because like I said, I needed to make the trip anyways. I make it every week. So I got things that I would have normally got. But since I was going a day before I normally go and I'm really last minute, I didn't make a grocery list. So I just had to throw some things together. I think I got like some pasta sauce, some rice, some beans, and then I got some fresh produce too. I got a handful of other things, but I'm just off the top of my head, that's what I got. Oh, and then so I got to work the next day and I had a lot of fun like telling all my coworkers, you would not believe what just happened to me last night. I had to stand in line for 2 hours. It was crazy. And then just having them tell the next coworker and then the next coworker. And I was just listening to the stories. I was like, yes, over there. That is true. That happened to me. And then today I found out from heard it through the grapevine at work that someone, either like one of their relatives or a spouse or something, or they heard it on the news. I don't know, this could all be a lie. But at that grocery store, okay, so I forgot to say that they ended up closing it overnight, I heard, to restock or something, but then they opened it back up in the morning and there was lines and lines to get into the store. And then I heard that fights were breaking out at the grocery store. What? I didn't confirm this, I didn't look it up. I don't know if that's true. It's just what I heard from word of mouth, but fights at the grocery store. Hello? What is this world we're living in? It's so crazy. And I wish I could tell you more because a lot of crazy stuff happened at my work today, but I don't want to get in trouble and share it. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I guess we'll see where we go from here. Tomorrow, we're celebrating my grandpa's birthday party. Or no, we're celebrating my grandpa's birthday and having a party. We were originally going to go out for pizza, but it just doesn't seem like a good time to do that now. So we're going to go to my aunt's house instead and celebrate my grandpa. But I'm a little bit nervous to do that, just to be around people in general, even though I was just at the grocery store with a horde of people and I could definitely have caught something, I don't know. But I'm nervous to be around people tomorrow. I wish I could just stay home and quarantine myself because I like to do that when there's not a virus around. I just love my me time. I want to stay inside and cocoon myself all day. Can't do that. But my aunt and my cousins, they're school kids age. So they're already bringing sick, they're not already, I'm sorry, back up. So they're always, not already, they're always bringing sicknesses home, all the time, because that's what kids do. So even if I don't catch the coronavirus, I will definitely be catching something tomorrow. So stay tuned. Okay, I hope this vlog is decent. I didn't really plan this out very well, but I mean, I could see now that I've been talking for like 9.5 minutes, so at least that's some content for you. I was worried about the lack of clips that I took. I'm like, how am I gonna form this into a YouTube video? I know, I could do a lot of talking. I'm good at that. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Stay safe and stay healthy out there.